This is a day in the life of a multimillionaire visiting Paris. First things first, we got to pack. You can see my assistant Julia there, happy that I'm leaving to Paris. My housekeeper packing all my bags. I overpack way too much. And poor Max has no idea I'm about to leave the country. I travel Air France, and here are all the goodies you get in the bags when traveling first class. And one sleeping pill later, and I'm in Paris. It's still early though, so I head to the streets. Here's the Chanel store. It looks really great, decorated like this. Here's the Louis Vuitton store. They had the whole building designed like a Louis Vuitton box. Very cool. This is sort of the main shopping street. At the end of that street is the Arc de Triomphe. It is very beautiful. You can see they're flying the French flag. You'll see this a lot in movies. Then I head over to the Sky Bar that has a great view of the Eiffel Tower for a quick drink. And this is what happens when you let me drink and leave a piano in your lobby. The next day, I'm back on the streets of Paris. This is not an audio. It really does sound like this. So I like art history and old churches, so anytime I go anywhere, I always make it a point to go to some new place I haven't been before. You just never know. Sometimes you're surprised with what you might find. So here's something you may not have seen before. This is the underside of the Eiffel Tower. It's very big, very intimidating. I made it all the way to the top. It's very cold up there. Interesting fact, at the top of the tower, there are these rooms with these full-size wax figurines depicting different scenes. Google it, check it out. It's very interesting. But look at this crazy view. I zoom in. The camera does a great job here. You can see all those little black dots moving around are people. It's a crazy view. I was fortunate to be in Paris on the day they reopened Notre Dame since the fires. Here's me having lunch across the street right before the opening ceremony. The restorations were great. And of course, I'm going to visit the Louvre. Here's a view you may not have seen before, looking up and out of the pyramid. When I tell you this place was beautiful, didn't I mention I like art history? You may recognize this painting. There's Jesus. And I'm going to swivel the camera around. You can take a look at some of the artwork on the wall, the exhibits, and finally the Mona Lisa. It's a lot smaller in person than I thought. Here's a close-up. With the touristy stuff out the way, I head back to my hotel and change, and then head upstairs to L'Oiseau Blanc for a 2-star Michelin dinner. It has a great view of the Eiffel Tower at night. Here's an example of one of the courses. You have very limited choices when it comes to the menu, but I promise you, everything they bring you is going to be delicious. Afterwards, I have some time to kill, so I pop into one of my favorite lounges, Le Bar Kleber. The history of this place is incredible, and it has great service, which is like my only requirement. The cocktails are great and the macaroons are exquisite. You gotta try this place. For entertainment this evening, I head over to the Moulin Rouge for a burlesque show. You're not supposed to have phones in there, but here's a sneak peek. Paris is one of my favorite cities, and of course I'll be back there this year for Fashion Week. Oh, P.S. Disneyland in Paris has something that no other Disneyland has. If you go to Disneyland, go here to the left side of the castle. There you'll find this tucked away entrance that goes through this cave underneath Cinderella's castle. Here you'll find a sleeping dragon that'll wake up, speak French at you, and roar.